Oh, the old couple in the car just having a little laugh. G'day there guys, MrAusAdventure here, and we are here for Sync the Planet 2016. We're here riding on the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia, and I have a confession to make. It is 10:30 at night now. I recorded no audio from the first half of this ride, so we've been at it for 2.5 hours now. We're just heading back to where we started from, and yeah, unfortunately I missed out on my whole vlog audio, and I'm going to have to try and recreate it and do it again. We had a heap of fun coming down, so you'll see a few clips from that. But we're heading back through Surfers Paradise again now. A little bit smaller than last year. A few people pulled out last minute, but we've got a good crew of people. A few of us are rocking monster heads on our helmets and having a laugh going through all of Surfers Paradise and all the built-up areas, all the cafe districts, and giving people a bit of a laugh, bringing a smile to their faces. So I'll try my best to recreate my video, but I don't know how I'll go with that, because you sort of get in the flow and you do it once, and it's hard to do it again. So there's 6 of us here, all having a blast. We've got everything from a Harley Davidson to a Honda Grom, and everything in between. A CBR 600, an R1, a Husqvarna, and a trusty old V-Strom. I tell you, it's really hard to put out a serious vlog when you've got these clowns around you. So much entertainment going on tonight that it's a struggle to talk about something serious. But the topic I wanted to talk about today is cannabis. So 2 forms of cannabis, talking about the THC version with marijuana, and also talking about the hemp version, which has no THC. There's archaeological evidence of hemp cannabis being used 10,000 years ago, but it's only in recent times that it's become outlawed in certain countries. Cannabis used to be a mainstream crop, and the government encouraged people to grow cannabis. The original paper was made from hemp. The world's first denim jeans were made from hemp. A kill switch. Any wonder I can't concentrate on a vlog around here. I think I'm going to have to do a voiceover for sure. We've got the police up here. The cop's having a bit of a smile at us.
Okay, so yes, I had to do a voiceover to get my point across because it was just not working. Before I get back into talking about cannabis properly, I'd just like to add a little disclaimer that I do not smoke marijuana myself, and I do not encourage others to do that. If you're going to indulge yourself in marijuana, I would rather people eat it rather than smoke it. I really don't think that inhaling anything other than pure oxygen into your lungs is a great idea. Now I know I might get some stick for that, but that's just the way I feel. Yes, I have smoked marijuana, yes I have smoked cigarettes, but I don't do those anymore. If I was going to have it today, I would eat it. So, cannabis. Cannabis is one of the world's fastest growing plants. So in talking about cannabis, I'm going to be talking about 2 main areas of cannabis. The first is hemp, and the second is marijuana. Firstly, I'll talk about hemp. Hemp was one of the first plants to be spun into usable fibre 10,000 years ago, and may have actually been the world's first agricultural crop. Fields of cannabis were once spread as far as the eye could see right across the United States, but now it's not grown commercially at all in the USA. Hemp used to be the fibre of choice for many things, including maritime uses, making rope, sails, and caulking for the wooden hulls. So if cannabis products have been used successfully by humans for so many years, and so many people over the centuries have grown the crop, why is it that it is banned these days? In 1919, an amendment to the US Constitution banned the manufacture, sale, and transportation of alcohol, and positioned marijuana as an attractive alternative, leading to an increase in use of the substance. But then, in 1933, the US Congress repealed alcohol prohibition, and 4 years later the prohibition of marijuana was in full effect, with the propaganda film Reefer Madness made to scare American youth away from using cannabis. Part of this testimony for Congress to pass the 1937 Act, which criminalised the drug, derived from articles in newspapers owned by William Randolph Hearst, who had significant financial interests in the timber industry, which manufactured his newsprint paper. Another reason for the push to outlaw cannabis was to deport Mexican immigrants who were fond of marijuana and perceived to be taking jobs away from white Americans during the Depression era. This gave the government a way to legally get rid of them. They basically turned them into criminals and then were able to deport them. So So these days hemp has been mainly replaced by cheap synthetic fibres made from toxic chemicals that pollute the earth, whereas hemp is extremely environmentally friendly, requiring very little water to grow and no need for chemical fertilisers such as those used on cotton. If you weren't already aware, cotton farming is a major pollutant of waterways. At this point in time, Australia and New Zealand are the only countries in the world where it is illegal to sell hemp products as food. The governing body, Food Standards Australia and New Zealand, at the moment prohibits hemp being sold as a food, but it can be sold as external body moisturising or whatever. It can be sold as pet food, but cannot be sold as human food. This has been an ongoing battle for years to change this regulation, and hopefully it'll be happening very soon. Because, you know, it's pretty ridiculous that such a healthy product cannot be consumed legally by Australian and New Zealanders. In summary, hemp can be used for food, paper, clothing, any other fabric use you can think of, building materials, car parts, the list goes on. They make plastics out of it these days. It really is the world's most versatile plant. We really do need to be using it a lot more in this day and age when we're considering being environmentally friendly and looking after the earth. There's all this talk about doing this and that, but hemp keeps getting ignored on a massive scale, particularly in the western part of the world. There are so many uses for it just in a house itself. You can do the external walls, you can make hemp bricks, you can use hemp for the internal walls, insulation, furniture, plastics, etc. It just goes on and on. Now we'll move on to the diesel engine. The diesel engine was initially designed to run on vegetable oils, including hemp oil. Rudolf Diesel mysteriously disappeared after he invented the diesel engines, and now diesel engines run on petroleum products. Don't think it takes a genius to work out what's going on there. So moving on to marijuana now. Medicinal marijuana is starting to take off a little bit in certain states in the USA and here in Australia also, but since the early parts of the 20th century no one has been able to legally use marijuana medicinally in Western countries for anything. Meanwhile, governments approve drugs that are very, very harmful to people and do a great deal of damage, yet they're legal. Why is this? Because people can make profits out of it. Big corporations just can't make that same amount of money out of marijuana as people can grow it easily themselves. It's a weed, it grows very easily. People can use it themselves very easily. They can grow it themselves, look after themselves, just like any other form of herbal medicine today. The governments don't want anything to do with it. They can't control it, they legislate against it and don't approve the use of it. Meanwhile, they keep approving synthetic drugs that are extremely harmful to people and have all sorts of side effects because they make profits. It really needs to turn around. I think marijuana needs to be decriminalised and take away the criminal element from it completely. Why is this illegal and yet alcohol is legal? Alcohol is just as harmful, creates violence. I'll tell you why, because alcohol has more of a production process to it and therefore can be taxed more heavily than just a natural plant can be. And why is marijuana illegal but tobacco is legal? How harmful is tobacco? It's crazy, absolutely crazy.
Back in surfers paradise again. Got the Pacific Ocean there, the glitter strip here, well, glitter, I don't know if it's glitter, but the tourist strip there. A bit less people around now than there were earlier when we came through here. There were heaps of people along here. We got lots of laughs from everyone, lots of kids out. All the kids are in bed now. But unfortunately I didn't catch any audio from that. Hello lovely ladies. Well, the ladies go crazy for animal. Some people just don't smile. They just look at it and go, you're a dick. You got all the hens nights out now, they're all pissed as mutes. Go on. Having a punch up down there, that was getting pretty vicious, that was for real, that one. I don't know what they're laughing at, but I can just hear the laughter coming from the bikes behind me. I completely missed it. There was a rev bomb. It must have scared the wits out of someone completely. And there goes Carmo. Good to meet Carmo. Finally. Harry the Grom. So it's just gone midnight here on the Gold Coast in Queensland, Australia, 4 hours after Sync the Planet started, so it would be 4 PM Paris time at the moment. We're just heading off home to bed. We've all gone our separate ways. The guys from Brisbane have headed back north. The three of us here are just heading back to our respective homes close by on the Gold Coast. So I hope the voiceover worked out alright for you guys. I hope it wasn't a bit too disappointing. I do like to have the audio live at things like this, and I prefer not to do a voiceover, but I just could not for the life of me get it to flow tonight after having the audio issues initially and then having to try and recreate the vlog again. I just couldn't get it to flow. Too much excitement with the boys playing and running amok. All the crowds of people laughing at us in the monster heads. It was lots of fun, but it took its toll on the concentration level, I tell you. Anyway, thanks for watching and thanks for joining us once again for Sync the Planet. It was an honour to be a part of it once more. I love doing Sync the Planet each year. It's a great event. Just so good knowing that riders from all around the world are riding at the same time as us and participating in the same event. I'll see you on the next video and see you in Sync the Planet in 2017.
Before I sign off, I just want to thank each and every one of you around the world who has taken part in Sync the Planet this year. At the time of recording, there are people taking part that I know of from Australia, Canada, the USA, India, England, Ireland, South Africa, New Zealand, Italy, France, Denmark, Estonia, Mexico and Germany. Thank you all for taking part, and we'll hope to see you next year once more.
Cheers guys, see you next time. Bye bye.